Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Almost said Sly 3 there for a moment. For the Sony PlayStation 3. In the last video, we did the last of the things we needed to do in order to foil Miss Decibel's plans, as well as those of Cyril de Paradox. Because, all rolled up, that is the last job that we have for this episode. Which means it's time to do some things. But before I do that job, I do have ThiefNet.
As you know, the taxi shop recently suffered a bit of an accident. I am offering a reward of 50 cobra tails to anyone who can explain how a ship's prow came to be lodged through the floor.
Yeah, you keep saying things, Miss Decibel. Anyway, I might as well start with Sly skills first. Silent Sprint and the Air Smash. And I'm actually going to play as Sly, but I'm not going to do anything mission-related yet. Reason being is I want to show these new things off. And while I show off all these moves, I also want to show off exactly how to play as Carmelita on the field. Because she never got a mission the whole time. I mean, we're on the last antagonist before Cyril de Paradox, and they have never the game has never utilized Carmelita for a mission. And I also want to show off the new wrench too. Well, anyway, yeah, we now have these little motion trails to indicate that we have silent running now. And believe it or not, if you hit an enemy, scorpion, lantern enemy, guard, well, you name it, if you finish off an enemy with the wrench that you can use if you get 50 of the slime masks, you get the Hero Tech trophy, which I believe is a gold trophy. So there's that. Also, when you defeat an enemy, the coins turn into gears, bolts, and springs. Yet another reference to Ratchet and Clank. And, well, now that I've shown everything off, there's extras, there's unlockables. I'll show Ultimate Murray and Ultimate Carmelita off eventually. But for now, I do want to get back to the hideout. And I want to get everything else that I possibly can. And because this game is built on so many loading screens, I'm going to have to wait through one of a zillion just to do stuff. Alright. Up next should be Murray. Which means there's the Mega Stomp and the El Drapo Alla Macho. I might as well show these off. Yes, I am aware that Murray does not have a job available. I want to do this anyway. And we are getting pretty close to having a lot of the things. We've already gotten all the bottles and all the safes. We have 85% of the masks. We have almost half the trophies. I know some of the trophies are going to be a little bit difficult, but I do want to show how to get all those things, and I do want to get them all. Alright. First off, we now have the elbow drop. We also have the thunder flop too. And I'm beginning to wonder what you do. Well, apparently, you get a much more devastating elbow drop. I've never laid a hand on you, and yet you went down in one blow. What do you do? What if I were to run into you and do the elbow drop? Assuming I can even do damage. Well, I can do it a little more easier with one guy instead of two. And I can actually knock these guys down with just a few elbow drops. So there's something. Alright. Might as well go ahead and run back to the hideout. Now that I've gotten everything done. And I want to believe that Bentley is going to be next. Alright. And I'm going to just go up here and get quite a few things. There are the homing darts, which lets us fire heat-seeking darts into Monokicom. There's the meter recharger. I don't really need to show that off because we've seen it with everybody else. It's not going to be any different with Bentley. There's Adrenaline Burst Plus, which lets you boost even longer. And there's Moving Pickpocket, which I don't really need to explain or show off very much because it's basically just the same as Sly's version of the move. You can move around while you're pickpocketing enemies from behind. And I like the fact that they actually did change it from the fishing pole to the Dr. Octopus arms, because as fun as the fishing pole was, it wasn't as easy as doing it from behind the back directly with Sly. And besides, the Dr. Octopus arms actually fit Bentley and his wheelchair better anyway. I mean, there are some things that this game does that I like and this game does that I don't like. And the Dr. Octopus arms was one of them. And that's the Adrenaline Burst Plus. We can actually get a lot of runtime off of this, which I do like. If I could find an enemy, that would be great. Who can I shoot with this? Something tells me we're about to find out. Well, it should be a homing dart. But I'm not seeing much in the way of homing. I wonder, can I get this guy from here? I can. Apparently it works better if you're zoomed in. So at least that's the homing. That's the homing dart taken care of right there. So at least we got that to work. And I don't really need to show off the moving while pickpocketing, but I guess I could do it here. And actually, it's a little better with this. A little better with Bentley. And that's pretty much all I need to show off. So let's go ahead and head back to the hideout via the pause menu. And I get to show off the last person that I want to show off, which is Carmelita. We played as her a couple times in episode 2, but we never really got to play as her anywhere else in the game because the game made it so that we didn't. I thought it was a bald-faced crime that Murray only didn't have so many jobs in Sly 2, and, well, thankfully they kind of corrected that, I think, with Sly 3. They had him doing just a little bit more in that game. But here, Carmelita just gets nothing, and she's just there for the ride, and only there to help out during, like, the big busts. So first of all, we have the 4 shot types, so I can show those off. And we also have the super jump, which I find it a cardinal sin that it has to be unlocked. You had it in 3 right off the bat. Come on, Sanzaru. And we get payday. So, all the skills that you've seen me buy and show off is what you get. These are the... When does she ever have a job available, game? So as I was saying, what you've seen me show off and talk about and buy off ThiefNet is what you get. And we got a silver trophy for that, and we are now up to 44% on the trophies. This is going to be fun, because I really wanted to show Carmelita off, and the game just never really gave me that chance. So let's see here. Need to remember what does what, because it's been so long since I played as Carmelita. Oh man, I need to show off the costumes too. I'll do that with Bentley. First off, you can do a melee attack with square, and it's like the cane swipe by the Coopers and not the kick that she had in Sly 3. I missed a kick already. First off, we have the default gun. I might as well show that off. And yes, you have to hold L1 to go into shoot mode. And you have to hold the button down. You can't just press it and then you'll stay in that mode. You actually have to hold it down. And apparently even a shock pistol can't kill a snake. Can't even kill a cobra. Well, we might as well show off the auto fire. All you have to do, you can just hold the shot button down and you'll just punish enemies. And can I? Oh yeah, you can't, because the run button is the shoot button. Right. But she does go a lot faster when you run. She really sneaks around if you're not holding the run button. And man, I really missed that kick. Anyway, the charge shot. Just hold R1 while you are holding L1 to be in combat mode, and you will automatically charge the gun. Works best if you target an enemy beforehand and shoot them at least once. That way, when they come at you, they'll never come at you again. And up next is the stun shot. This should be fun. Let me see. Oh, hey. How's it going? And we just stun this guy. I wonder, can you kill a guy with the stun shot? I think we're about to find out. Just need to find somebody first. Why am I locking onto a scorpion? Not a good idea. Alright, we're about to find out if the stun shot can shoot somebody. Well, you can keep them stunned with it, and you could eventually kill them, so I guess that works. And there's a triple shot. Let's find somebody that we can zap. I don't want to go to the rooftops for this. I want another lantern guard. Well, I guess that guy will do. Alright. Well, we have a three-way shot. Really nice, really useful. Really useful if you're facing a lot of enemies that are coming at you. Not quite much else. But at least it's all there. And finally, I want to use the super jump. All you have to do, hold R2, press X to jump, and you'll do the super jump. Not only do they make you unlock it, you also have to hold one button and then press another in order to utilize it. Great. And I also want to show off that costume too. Might as well, since I haven't really shown off much in terms of the extras lately. And I'm not even gonna lie, this is actually a little more interesting than what she usually wears. I mean, her default outfit makes her look like Blaze Fielding from Streets of Rage, but this doesn't look half bad. I appreciate that. And I might as well play as Murray one last time, just so we can show off the Ultimate Murray costume, because I forgot that that was a thing. Of course, that means I have to go through 3 loading screens just so we can get back to the job, but so be it. And let's see what Murray looks like with the ultimate costume on. Just waiting on the loading screen here. And he looks like he's wearing it. Oh, I see exactly what this is. This looks just like the scuba outfit that he wore in episode 4. I can get used to that. But I'm going to go back to playing a slide because we have a job to do. And I want to get to it before this video is like an hour long. Though, with what everything I have been doing so far, showing off everything that I could show off that's left, it's more than likely going to be an hour. And once we get back outside, we are finally going to be able to do things. Forgot to mention that the hideout marker for Carmelita is just a gold sly icon. That's something. Even though they give her own icon on ThiefNet. Which makes me wonder. Oh, what am I kidding? It's more than likely going to be a black market upgrade anyway. I was going to ask, if Carmelita buys something from ThiefNet, is the black market upgrade? I'm pretty sure the answer is going to be yes. Unless somebody has proof otherwise. Anyway, let's go back to unlockables. I want to turn this off just to be safe, and I should have just set it to reset defaults, but it's not really going to matter. We need to get to where we need to go next for the next area. And I don't need to steal coins from anybody anymore, or get any more coins from anybody anymore, and at this rate, the treasure is just going to be useless and just there for bragging rights and trophy and game completion. So, why even get coins anymore? Alright. We need to go... Well, obviously not that way. Well, I still need to steal a few more treasures so I can get that one trophy for getting every treasure in the game. Hassan will be proud, I believe it's called. And I don't need his because I know for a fact that I've gotten all the episode 5 treasures, so... Great. Get out of here. And that's where we need to be. Let's get there.
Okay, thanks to our bug in Miss Decibel's office, we now have all the information we need. It appears she has been producing counterfeit documents for Le Paradox, creating a false family history that will make him an esteemed member of royalty in the present day. I've managed to inspect some of the documentation, and believe me, if we allow him to get away with this, his wealth and power will make him untouchable. I believe he is planning this to be his last and greatest caper. The key to stopping him begins with us getting through that security door of the lamp shop. I haven't been able to discover what's behind it, but we know that's where Decibel will deliver the papers to Le Paradox. However, since we don't want to announce our presence, we need a diversion for the guards. So I've taken the liberty of fashioning an outfit for Carmelita, who will use it to lure the guards away from their posts by, performing a belly dance.
What?
Possibly your best plan ever, Bentley.
I'm sorry I didn't ask, Carmelita, but you're the only one who can pull this off.
Bentley, I could do it.
I am not getting into that outfit.
I realize it's a bit revealing, but think of it as going undercover.
Bentley?
I'm positive the Murray could squeeze into that thing.
Hey, Carmelita, you should model that outfit for us to make sure it fits.
Shut up, Ringtail. I'm only doing this for the team.
Listen, silk is very elastic.
All right, let's move out. We don't have any time to waste.
Well, this is going to get interesting. We need to get back to that green and yellow door that was mentioned and seen way back at the beginning of this episode. We're finally going to open it up. And of course, with Carmelita in a belly dancing outfit, much like we had Murray in a kimono. Why do I have the feeling that just like in Japan, we're going to have a cringe-worthy QTE game? I can just see it coming now.
Okay, Carmelita, we need you to distract those guards and get them away from that door.
Yeah. Bust a move, Carmelita.
How about I bust your face, Cooper?
We're counting on you, Carmelita. Meet us inside once you can lose the guards.
Bentley, you owe me big time for this one. Hey, you big apes! Yoo-hoo! Over here, you dumb knuckle draggers!
Well, what do you know? We do. And it's just like the
This is the worst undercover assignment.
QTE event in Japan. Just press the buttons when they reach the squares. And when the game tells you to shake, you actually shake the controller like it's a salt shaker or something, just to make Carmelita shake. And I'm like, really?
Thank goodness Interpol will never know about this.
And I'm starting to wonder why I'm even doing this. Other than game completion. And just like at the Japan QTE event, if you mess up, you will lose health. So you really don't want to mess up at all. And apparently it takes 3 people to open this up, apparently.
Someday I will get Bentley back for this.
Also, I find it interesting that the buttons are not random at all. You think they'd be random. They're not.
Ay, these baboons need a bath. Maybe 2 baths. Come on. How many Cooper gang members does it take to open a door?
Carmelita's guess is probably as good as mine. Well, we finally got that door open and... Oh, hey, I got a trophy for not messing up once.
Sly, I am thinking I should go no further. I have passed my greatest wisdom on to you. The last of my friends are now retired, and I have had enough snakes and scorpions and climbing for 3 lifetimes. Besides, I was thinking someone should watch over Carmelita to make sure she is safe.
All right, Salim. We couldn't have made it this far without you, but I think we can handle it from here. You've definitely earned your retirement. Go enjoy it. And the belly dancing.
Thank you. I will.
Whoa!
You said it, pal.
This is definitely more than I was expecting. An underground docking station for Le Paradox's blimp. No No wonder we haven't seen that thing floating around.
So, what's our next move, Bentley?
Well, first we need something to distract those guards, so I can get to that control room. I whipped up a surprise for Miss Decibel with the leftover material from Carmelita's outfit, but I think it might work better here.
Finally! Just point me in the direction of the changing room and... What the...
Perfect. I can use the security cameras to guide the RC car.
Alright. So we need to accelerate with X and use the L3 button to figure out where we need to go, which is right here. We have a mouse disguise, but the guards won't exactly know that we are not a mouse. Now we have to get over there. And once we have control of the RC car again, we just need to keep moving until we reach the door. As long as we keep moving, the guards can't hit us at all. Just make it to the door, you'll get there. Now we need to get through this air vent, shoot down the scorpions, and avoid the lasers. If you need to slow down to get through these laser paths, so be it. And I'm surprised I was able to get through all that. And if you need to, you can also shoot down the bottles for extra coins. Of course, you'll also need to shoot down the scorpions as well, so keep your finger on the R1 button for just in case. And of course, you can also boost with L1. You'll need it for a few of these laser traps. Like right there and there. Definitely makes certain parts easier, that's for sure. And it's a good thing that we can get health from enemies if and when we need it. Let's boost here. Good thing we broke our way through to the next section. And we just need to keep shooting down some scorpions and we should be good to go. Eventually. Whoa. Don't want to get too close to the laser fields because I'm pretty sure that's gonna mess everything up, and I do not want to rush this at all. And there's a door there. We need to break it.
The coast is clear to the control room.
So we might as well get there.
I'll have to hack the controls to open that gate.
Oh, great. I forgot we have to do some hacking.
Security system who's boss.
And when you get to this terminal to hack it, we have to play with motion controls again. Just avoid the time orbs at the start there. Just go straight south and then just carefully make your way through here. When you see the electricity looking like it's about to take you to the next track, be ready to press the D-pad buttons and get over here. I did it first try here, but this took 8 tries in the practice run. And this has not made me like motion controls any more than when I hadn't played this game.
security, power grid rerouting, accessing laser network, PC load letter shut down in 3, 2, 1, yes.
Bentley, what just happened?
I'm not sure. I must have tripped some kind of fail-safe backup. Hold on a sec.
Murray, we can't wait on Bentley. We won't get past those security cannons, and those rat troopers look serious. Hurry! Remember to use the circle button to stop and pick up things. Use the square button to toss those rats, pal.
All right, time to kick some rodent butt.
And we need to use the stomp ability to throw enemies at these laser cannons so they won't be in our way. It would help if I could get that. Really, I may have to get some enemies out of the way with the lightning fist, but if I can throw enough rats at these things, they'll go down.
Ah, the three musketeers. One step behind as usual. May you never change.
And may you always stay downwind.
Ah, Cooper. You're so pathetic. You don't even realize you've already lost.
We haven't lost yet, Le Paradox.
Oh no. Bonjour, my large friend. What took you so long?
Oh, drat.
Salim!
Hello, Cyril. I found this filthy scoundrel unconscious outside.
Actually, he's yesterday's trash. Precisely why I threw him away.
But I don't understand. I thought you were after him.
You're right. You don't understand. I don't care about that old bag of bones. Just his cave. Which, as you can see, I already have.
Uh-oh.
Double drat.
Well, good. Then our deal is complete. I'm coming aboard. Hold that blimp.
So sorry, Sherry. But with Monsieur Cooper here, I am afraid the schedule has changed. And I must make my exit now. I cannot risk that flea-bitten rat ruining my plans.
Wait! Cyril, wait for me!
He's got the cane.
He's got the documents! Sly, if they return to the present and Le Paradox establishes a royal ancestry for himself, all of our futures are in peril! You've got to stop them!
How's Salim?
I tried to stop him. He'll be fine, Sly. Right now, you've got to stop that pachyderm!
I'm on it, like stink on a skunk.
Hello, Cooper. How do you like my new toy?
And it's
Well, the face is just as ugly, but
This is
at least
your
it doesn't smell.
fault, Cooper.
and it's boss time against Miss Decibel.
I will orchestrate your demise.
My own containers look fragile. Need to find a way to get across before they break.
We need to use the ability to stop time to get across these platforms quickly and actually get some time before they break. You'll have a lot more time if you have the time slowed down.
It looks like she's going to jump.
And she's kneeled down after trying to hit us with a shockwave attack. That's our chance to move in and strike. And now we have to get across these music ribbons without getting shocked, because if we hit any of these little electric orbs, we will get shocked. We will lose all of our health, like so. It is possible to do this without stopping time, but you're better off stopping time anyway, because you can see everything coming. And if you know what you're doing, you can get over here. And it's better if I stop time here and then stop it only when absolutely necessary. You may have to get time back to normal and then slow down time again, just to make sure you have more time to slow down. And then you can get over there. By there, I mean here. So you'll be seeing plenty of attacks from Miss Decibel. When Miss Decibel shoots those notes at you, you want to run around the arena in a circle. And if you can do that, you won't get hit by the notes that she shoots at you. And of course, once she does the shockwave attack from stomping the ground, you want to make sure she's down to one knee before you approach her. Otherwise, she's going to smack you around. And now, we're going to break this chain with the sword. And we need to get across and do it again. But before we do that,
I can hardly wait to get my hands on your cane too.
There's this platform over here. You want to leap to it to get fly mass number 52. And I am going to make sure I got that in my notes. And then we're going to have to do the whole time stop platform thing all over again. Thankfully, you can tell easily which platforms are going to break and which ones aren't. Let's keep running around the arena in a circle here. If she does the belly flop, she's not going to be on her knees. And when she shoots the 3 homing shots, that's when you want to slow down time a lot. They'll never be able to reach you as long as time is slowed down. And you'll have to wait for them to disappear too. And she's down the one knee. Let's keep smacking her around.
I should have known better than to work with an elephant. They have to remember everything. Everything! Never again!
And now we have to slow down time and move across the music ribbons again. You've done it once before. You should know what to do here. And you get a good stretch without a shocking orb. You'll get here.
You little flea bag! I'll squash you like a hairy bug!
You're finished.
And now for the final phase. Run away from this in a circle like you always have. And apparently Miss Decibel will stomp her feet at you. You want to slow down time to make it a little easier. Why am I not in costume? When she does the butt bounce, you actually want to slow down time just so you can get to her. And then once you smack her around enough, you want to slow down time and get her to run into one of these little satellite towers. When you'll do that, you'll do big damage. From here, she'll keep stamping her feet towards you, and she'll be able to do the attacks that you've seen her do in past phases. But the attack to look for is the triple bounce, because if she does that, you'll eventually get her on her knees, and you'll be able to hit her. Time to slow down time. Stand near this. Make sure time is slowed down when she runs at us. And she won't be able to turn towards us in time when we jump away. 2 down, 1 to go. And once we take care of the last tower, we'll take care of Miss Decibel. And we have the homing projectiles again, so we definitely want to slow down time and take care of them. They'll eventually leave us. And she just shot out 3 more. Great. Fun part about slowing down time is that it makes all of Miss Decibel's attacks look like jokes. Even the one where she just shoots the note straight out.
Stop that swine once and for all.
Alright. Oh, I need to smack you around before you run at me.
Well, it would seem this game is finished. How boring.
Cyril, open the hatch! Let me in!
I don't think so. You see, we have already reached maximum weight capacity. Perhaps due to my beautiful new guest?
Carmelita!
Get your paws off me, you noxious windbag!
But we had a deal! I made you the documents, and you promised me the lost masterpieces! Mozart, Beethoven, romantic nights on the Riviera!
Yes. Well, thank you so much for my papers, but it wouldn't have worked out between us. I'm just not into big noses, and as for your music, how can I put this? It stinks worse than I do!
Why, you filthy, backstabbing, two-timing scoundrel!
Flattery will get you nowhere. And as for you, Cooper, don't even think about trying anything. Otherwise, we're going to find out if your girlfriend can fly. I don't see any wings, do you?
Touch me again and I'll break both your arms!
Sly!
Don't worry, Carmelita. This isn't over.
Isn't it? In fact, I believe there is a perfect saying for this situation. The fat lady, she has sung. Au revoir, Sly Cooper!
We may have stopped Miss Decibel, but it meant absolutely nothing. We were on the ropes. Le Paradox had beaten us every step of the way, and he held all the cards. Carmelita, my ancestors' canes, and now his fake pedigree. I couldn't remember a time since we teamed up that we felt so defeated. And talking to Dimitri didn't help. He was freaked out and yelling about having to boogie down in Skunk Town. So as usual, his words made little sense. But the message was clear. We had to get back home fast. We may have been down, but we definitely weren't out. There was too much riding on this. The lives of everyone we cared about, not to mention the very future of our existence. No matter how, we would make things right. So as we roared back through time to Paris, I knew we were in for the fight of our lives. We'd finally made it home to Paris, only to find a place we hardly recognized. It was obvious Le Paradox was now in control, since his face covered the city like a bad rash. The only positive was that Bentley was able to dig up a lot of dirt, including the fact that Le Paradox was from a family of thieves himself. And then we made a major discovery. I knew that my dad's heist of the world's largest diamond had made him a legendary thief. But what I never knew was that Le Paradox's father had planned to steal it first, and frame my dad for the crime. Only he was a little too slow, and got himself caught instead. With his father gone, Le Paradox had no one to teach him the family business, and after a string of failed jobs, he wound up in prison too. It was here, ironically, that he finally got his criminal education. After his release, Le Paradox maintained the appearance of a law-abiding citizen. In reality, he used his prison contacts to form his own syndicate and began masterminding heists worldwide. These days, he traveled the globe as a billionaire art collector, while his real business was the trafficking of priceless stolen treasures. Clearly, he blamed the Coopers for his family's past misfortunes, and his plan was to wipe us out completely. I had to find a way to stop it, but first, I had to rescue Carmelita.
We are now back in Paris, and suddenly everything is making sense. Cyril de Paradox wants to wipe out all the Coopers so that he can make his family the premier family of master thieves. And of course to get revenge on Sly for what his father did to his father. Still leaves questions as to some things, like when it came to Penelope turning traitor, did he have to lie to her? Or did Penelope have ulterior motives the entire time? And Cyril just gave her a means to an end and a way to further those ulterior motives. I don't know if we'll ever know. Maybe if there's a fifth game, we'll probably find out. If there ever is a fifth game and Penelope shows up in it. Yeah, spoiler alert. This is the fourth and last mainline game of the series. And if it isn't obvious yet, we're obviously at the end, and I'm dreading this end. Because what if there's a cliffhanger ending? Which I'm pretty sure there is. And we never get a 5th game. Because I'm recording this on February 25th, 2022. It's exactly 12 a.m. Central Time as I'm speaking right now. And I don't know how to really say this, but other than we've been waiting longer for the 5th game than we waited for the 4th. Because the wait between 2 and 3 was like 8 months, and the wait between 3 and 4 was like 8 years. And it's been almost 9 since we got the 4th game. And if there is a cliffhanger ending, which I know that there is, I can just kind of see it coming a mile away. What then? But anyway, I have gotten way off track here. Cyril de Paradox is running roughshod around the present day. Carmelita has been kidnapped and is being taken hostage by Cyril. Cyril has all the Cooper canes. He's planning to rewrite history by making himself royalty since the beginning of time with fake documents, thanks to Miss Decibel, that if Cyril gets his way, will make him completely untouchable. He might as well be king of the world. And we need to stop him. And we have no ancestors other than the ones that we've already known. We don't have Carmelita with us. It's just the gang. As it was in the beginning. Kind of full circle. And we don't have any new moves for ThiefNet because, as established earlier, the moves we got near the end of episode 5 were indeed the last ones, and I'm glad that I showed those off. And now we have to foil Cyril's plans. It's the only way to get everything back to normal. But that will have to wait until the next video. So let me create a new save file, as I always do, and then close out. Join me next time for Deja Vu all over again, as we get Paris started. Welcome to the epilogue. It isn't really called episode 6. They just kind of call it the Paris epilogue for some reason. But it's still a chapter that we have to play through. And play through it we must. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. And thanks for watching!